Hey, how is everybody doing? It's Matt back with the Investments Group. We're gonna go over the top stocks of the week for next week. Let's be honest. Last week was pretty bad. The Dow was down every single day, pretty much. I'm pretty sure, as you can see. Yep, every day the Dow was red. So we could be headed here for a correction in the coming weeks. Last week I warned that we could be seeing some sell-off, and we are definitely seeing a pullback. We could see it all the way back to the SMA line, or even back farther below, down to the 21,000 level, 22,000. So, I mean, we are pretty overextended as we are. We've been trending. If we go look back for the 3-year chart, I mean, we've been steadily rising, and now we're in this big kind of consolidation period. So you got to be aware. Longer swing trades are going to be harder to execute because it's just consolidating right now. We're not seeing uptrend, and when the Dow is down, a lot of stocks are down. So these ones are going to be little weary ones. So take it with a grain of salt, I guess, if you want to call it. The first one that I was looking at for the next week is Tesla, TSLA. The only reason I was really looking at this one, it's in a downtrend right now, but it was actually one of the stocks that was actually green for the week. Not big green, but up 1%, 1.5%, 2%. So it's been slowly. I mean, this is a previous. It's came down to here, came up, came down, came up, came lower. So it's got this staircase downward pattern. So I'm thinking it's gonna be popping back up to the SMA about here for about 7%. You got to be a little more careful with this one because it is downtrending, so it could reverse on you. But it's one I'll be watching next week. Next one's gonna be BBX. Really, there's not too many great ones this week. All the ones we had last week pretty much got stopped out. If you we didn't take a position, but they went below where we wanted them to go because the market was so down last week. So this is one that has the potential to come back up, back to where it was. It's got a downward pattern, but it's breaking above, and now it's in consolidation mode. So we can take a position here and put the stop, a couple points below. And if it starts trending up, then great. We can hold it for a while, or not. We don't have to take a position. But I mean, it's very hard right now with the market where it's at. We don't know what it's going to do. It has a heavy downward trend, so you might just want to play it safe and not take a position. Sometimes the position best taken is the one not taken, so we have to just keep an eye out for that. Another one that's similar to BBX is LABU. Again, it's broken above, and now it's pulled back to the SMA. This is a little bit better setup because it has already broken above, it's been trending up, and now it's pulled back. So it's a good buy position to take a position and then put your stop like down here or so, and then just ride it out. If it stays above, just wait, and then if it goes below, you take your loss. And then we'll go to the next one here. It's going to be BNFT. This is one we were looking at last week. I'm pretty sure it's had that staircase pattern. But now it's broken. We were waiting for it to bounce around the SMA, and it just blew through that, and now it's in consolidation mode right now. So really, this is the whole last week here. Since Monday, down here, Monday to Friday, literally it did nothing. It was just at the same level. It actually didn't sell off as hard as a lot of other stocks we were looking at. But this is one. This is a lot of stocks that are just, we're waiting now. We can't do anything because the market's where it's at. Another one, CONN. Another pattern that's broken above the SMA. A good point to take a position and put a stop slightly below and ride it out for a while. But again, with the market, we don't know. Now we're going to go over some other ones that are similar to the patterns. This is INVA. We looked at this one last week, I'm pretty sure. And since last week, I mean, it's just tanked, and we're back at the previous support. So a good and look, you can see by the candlestick chart here, it did push down and it got pushed back up. So there's a resistance here by the candlestick pattern. So this is a pretty good line here, but we could blow right through that with the Dow. So we don't know. but it's one to keep an eye out on. Another one's going to be Data, D-A-T-A. Another one that's at the SMA. A lot of these we were looking at these last week, and they just didn't perform. So it's one to keep an eye on. CDXS is another one. It's at the SMA. You can see it tried to come up, and then it just got rejected. So another one, we're just waiting. Another one's going to be Avid, AVID. It has this every time it gets down to this support line here at about 440, it bounces quite hard off of that. Not all the way back up like back here, but it does have some resistance here. So this is a good one to take a position here. You know, a quick 5 to 10%, and then get out before earnings. Earnings are usually not good, but then you can put your stop down here, slightly below, and then it's a small risk to larger reward ratio. But again, with these markets next week, we don't know what's going to happen. We were very overextended as it was, and we could see we could come down even farther back to the line here. Let me get rid of this. So, or we could break right through it. So, you got to keep an eye out on. You can be short selling, but I'm not the one for short selling all the time. You got higher risk sometimes with that, but we just have to be patient and wait until the market's in our favor, or we could see a quick pop. It could be a quick reversal back up, kind of like back here, except it's a little bit longer time, and we could just see a pop up. So you don't know. You got to play it safe. You got to be patient with your trades. Don't overtrade. So, well, the next week is going to be green, and you guys do a great job. We still got 3 T-shirts left. So subscribe and comment if you want the T-shirt. I gotta get rid of these freaking shirts. They're taking up too much closet room space. So I mean, they're polos, they're black, they look good. It's polyester, so it's gonna keep you nice and cool, and it's that moisture wicking fabric that you gotta have. So we'll see you guys next week. Let's keep the week green next week. We'll take care, guys. Thank you.